Welcome back, y'all. We're here at the Buc-ee's gassing up, and we're on the road heading down to deer country. That's right, y'all. We're going down to South Texas, and I'm gonna be doing a blind setup. So I've been hunting at this place in South Texas for the last few years. Shout out Hector for allowing me and my dad to go down there and hunt during the rut in South Texas for these huge deer on this massive high fence ranch. And it's such a special opportunity because I'm getting to look at some of the biggest deer that I'll ever see in my life, most likely, and getting the opportunity to, take some management bucks, if you want to call them that. And this year, Muddy hooked us up and actually gave me a deer blind, and Hector said I could go put this deer blind up there, and so that's what we're doing. We're going in preparation for this winter's hunt. And shout out Muddy as well. And actually from now on, like this whole hunting season, if you guys want to get hooked up on discount on Muddy gear and some other stuff, I'll leave links for it down below. If you need cameras, blinds, camo, all that kind of stuff. And I actually had the blind delivered in South Texas. So we're on a 7.5 hour drive today. We're gonna finish fueling up here at Buc-ee's, go in there and probably get some nuggets and some glazed pecans and some stuff like that, and then hit the road. So I'll see you guys in Cactus Country. Finally on those dirt roads heading in, y'all. This is a giant ranch. So I'm going through multiple gates right now, and I've never been down to the ranch at this time of year. Everything's green. It's 100 degrees and humid down here, so it's gross. It's such a long drive that we're probably just gonna have to get started in the morning. I don't think we'll be able to get our blind up tonight, but man, I've already seen like 10 deer. There's dove, there's quail running around everywhere. It's thriving down here. Probably another 10 minutes to camp, and then we'll get settled in. I'll meet up with Hector and Art, who you guys have seen on the hunt before down here. He's gonna be helping me set this up. And the whole reason that I wanted to get this blind set up down here is I really would love to get a deer with my bow. And there's just no bow blinds. Everything is set up for rifle, rightly so in this region. It's pretty tough to get a deer within bow range when there's just so much thick cover, and most of the hunting is done on these senderos where you're looking at a couple of 100 yards for the shots. We've had some 100-yard shots, but hopefully this year we're going to be able to get a buck in close enough. We have made it to beautiful South Texas, guys. We're going to hang out here at camp this evening, and our blind is here as well. This is bigger than what I was picturing. It's massive. It's going to be a great addition here to the South Texas deer camp here at Hector's ranch. Just met up with him. Hector's got a spot picked out that he thinks will be really good for this. We're going to go check it out in the morning. Basically going to grab some fajitas tonight and just kind of chill. We got our legs. We got to set up in the morning and basically just unwrap the blind itself. And we're going to have some help from our ranch hand Martin. He just left, and he's going to help us out with a tractor to get this thing up. This can be a hefty task if you don't have the right equipment and at least a few guys. So it's one of those things, you set it and hopefully forget about it for a while. We'll get into the blind a little more in the morning, check it out once it's stood up. But this is the Bull XL, and it's 6x6, and it's 6.5 foot height too, so you can stand right up in there, no problem. So this is going to be a little different than how I've typically hunted out here, chasing around these management bucks, jumping around blind to blind. We're going to set this one up in a good area, and then we're going to monitor it. I've got a camera And I've never been able to hunt down here and have you know, basically an idea of what's hanging around the blinds until we get down here and physically check the cards. So I'm so excited to set a camera up and get pictures, hopefully on the daily, of just some incredible deers of a lifetime, y'all. I'm sure if we took the ATV around right now, we might get a glimpse at some, but it is so thick, especially now. I haven't been down here this time of year, and it's just walls of mesquite, cactus, brush that you cannot peer through. So there could literally be a deer 35 yards away and you would not know it. What we got going on here, Art? What are we cooking up tonight?
Chicken quarters and loaded ribs for dinner.
Got to fuel up for tomorrow. Got to put a little work in.
Plenty of food for tonight.
Oh yeah. There's something about being around the barbecue here in South Texas, cooking on mesquite wood, that's just, it's nothing like it, man. It just feels like home. Also, something to watch out for, the old Mr. No Shoulders. Okay, it's pretty hot down here. Snakes are running around. And Martin just showed us a picture of something I have never seen before. It's a cat, but it's not a jaguarundi. He said he sees about 4 of them a year. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments, but it looks like a bobcat, but has a long tail. Some sort of snake right here. Looks like a cobra standing up. What the heck kind of snake is this? Okay. Comments, we need you here. What is this? Looks like a quick one. Oh yeah, he's very quick. Could that be an indigo? I think it might be a small indigo. I think they actually eat rattlesnakes. He's definitely on the hunt. Sun coming up through the mesquites. We've been hanging around waiting for the rain to leave. Yes, big storm last night. It kind of came with me from Dallas, and thankfully I think we're gonna have a little cool down today. It's not gonna be 100 and something degrees, but rain's making it a little soupy for the roads, but they really needed the rain, so that is good. There's my boy Martin coming in with the JD. That's gonna be a massive help today. Oh, he also found my one of my rattling horns from last year. That's it. That's it. It's one of my rattling horns. Not sure what I'm gonna do with one, but I was doing some stalking out here, rattling, and must have fell out of my backpack. Let's load up the blind. Martin was telling me this morning, this area that he really likes, there was a real big 8-point there he's been seeing on the cameras, but his cameras are pretty old. I told him I want to put up a new camera and I can get some fresh pics. Look how thick that is, y'all. Ooh, I'm liking this spot. Look at that. That is a wall of brush. So glad it rained too. Those T-posts were in there like concrete, so Martin's gonna help us get those out. And this is the area where this blind is gonna go. So there is a protein feeder over here. We've got cottonseed over there that they've been feeding. This is a long sendero, and Art is hunted over here too and seen some freaks. So I'm hoping that having all this just thick brush right here at this intersection is going to give us some opportunities at a bow shot at one of these deer. But obviously you can see them, you know, 500-600 yards away and not be able to do anything with a bow. But that's the plan. But if not, we can still hunt with the rifle. But anyway, this spot's going to be awesome. I'm going to show you guys this area on the map too, and it looks really juicy. We're just breaking the box open right now. Looks like we got a 5-foot tower. So when this thing's all said and done, yeah, 5 foot, we'll be about 11 feet high. The base is complete, guys. It's probably taken us about 2 hours to fully assemble this thing. Obviously having all these guys out here is making it easy. I was thinking when I first got this, oh my gosh, how would I do this by myself? You definitely need a buddy, and a tractor is going to help tremendously. So we're going to move it to its final resting place over here, attach the ladder, and then we're going to take the tractor on the forks, and so I'm excited to get in there, check it out, get comfy, go ahead and start getting the feel, get set up, imagining, visualizing that buck coming down the sendero, the intersection of greatness. That's where we're at, guys. So check this out on the map. Instead of showing you on my phone, I'm just going to show you guys on the computer since I'm editing. I've been using this app for like 6 years, Hunt Stand. I would say if you are on a deer lease or just have a piece of property, this is like probably one of the cheapest tools that you could acquire for managing deer, to managing your hunts. It's really going to help. I originally got the app just so I could understand like the wind directions and moving around different stands and blinds and organizing everything, and you can really get a good idea, especially if you're bow hunting, where those wind directions are going to be for the day and by hour as well. But it's got a lot more features than that. But just looking at the map here, this is a great little intersection with tons of thick cover around, and it's actually in a spot that doesn't get hunted a whole lot on this large 2,000 acre plus high fence area. So I'm already seeing deer tracks all over it after this rain, of course, but I'm excited to get this camera up and get some pictures of what's really walking around over here. So we'll go ahead and put a pin on our box blind, and let's name it Muddy One. Muddy One is what we'll name it.
1, 2, 3. To make sure it's working.
Just tapping in the final stakes. We've got the cable down the center with a auger anchor in the middle. Feels very solid. Get some crazy South Texas winds down here, so I want to make sure this thing is rock solid. Now for the moment of truth, getting this blind on top. This is a 5-foot platform, so it's nothing crazy, but you can just imagine 4 guys trying to hold this thing. You know, it's like 400 pounds, so it'd be pretty tough to get up there. But dug out the sides a little bit to even everything out. Looks level. It's looking good, guys. So we're gonna get the tractor, moment of truth, putting it on top of the platform, lock it down, and then we'll take a tour of the inside. If you guys push up from the bottom,
Okay.
I'll try to pull up here.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way.
Watch the door, watch the door.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes. Yes. Blind is up. All right, y'all, come on in for the tour. Here we go. 6x6. We already got our carpet set up in here. It's looking like home sweet home. So it also came with these magnetic window shields to keep it nice and dark in here, and you can just take those off. Everything is quiet. All the windows are quiet. So you can do a little peeking and then sneaking. So I'm right about 6 foot and can fully stand up here, no problem. I got these chairs are sweet. These swivel chairs, very quiet. And they're fully adjustable too to get your perfect height, but I'm mainly concerned about the bow shots, which I can shoot out of all these windows. They're a little bit lower, so while I'm sitting down, if a deer is out there 20 yards, no problem. Then obviously we got our windows on the corners we can open up and have a nice window. Look at that. Woo! Oh yeah. That is always sweeter than honey. Oh yeah. No squeaks. Chillin'. Guys, this blind is amazing. Just have that designated station here for, the next couple months where I'm gonna be looking, see what's coming in, and try to prepare for trying to get my first South Texas bow buck. So we'll see if we can make it happen. But Casa de Muddy, looking mighty fine. Let's go. Blind, set up, feeling good. Shout out to the boys for helping me. But last little nugget on top is I got one of these new trifecta cameras, and I've been using this mode. So I've got some of the Stealth Cam 360s, which are really cool. They take 360 degree sensor, so you can get pictures all around. But I've really been using the 180 feature the most, and this Muddy Trifecta has a 180 mode. That's just what it does, and it's really cool the way you can look at it on your phone and get the full scope of the picture. Because a lot of times you'll get like a deer's nose in a picture or a tail, and you don't really know what else is going on. You don't know if it's a doe, you don't know if it's a buck, you don't know if it's multiple deer. So with the 180 feature, you can really see what's going on. So that's what we got right here. I've got it set up on the stand with a lithium battery with a solar connection as well. And I just got my first text picture, so cell is working. Again, if you guys want to get some of those for deer camp, links down below and you can get a little discount on it. But right here we have some cottonseed, some protein, and that's where the bucks are most likely going to come right now. All that's left to do now is to just head back and watch the foe. In the rocking chair with OSG. They're frolicking.
Oh, there's two that are like kissing. How cute.
You see them running around, they're excited. It's the cool front. They're just playing.
They're frolicking.
Yeah. They're kicking their hooves up, they're running around, they're playing chase. Back at the house, OSG is just looking at a bunch of deer. Ironically, I just set that camera out hours ago in South Texas, drove all night, ended up being like a 10-hour drive going through traffic through Austin and San Antonio. You get back here, wake up, and it's like crisp, and there's more deer than I've seen since about last October running around, and my camera battery just died. So I didn't get those deer on camera, but there's always like 6 of them out here, 4 to 6 deer that are hanging around. Today was like a dozen of them. They're excited, air's crisp, and I got my first photo of a buck in South Texas. I was so excited to check this morning for any pictures that I got from the camera last night, setting up the Muddy Cam. So I opened up the app today, and I had like 62 pictures, and a lot of them were, like rabbits, and there were some javelinas on there, but there was a couple of really nice bucks. There was one that looked like an 8-point. I actually couldn't really tell. It was like it came in and it got spooked. I don't know if it just like smelled, us being there for the first time. But definitely excited to get some more photos of the deer in there. But hey, just like that, guys, we got the blind set up, got the camera out. We've already got photos of some bucks, and I'd love for that big old 8-point to hang around and us have a chance to get a really nice buck down there with a bow. There's something about those just heavy big Texas 8s, which our management deer on this South Texas ranch. And I just love them, man. I just love Texas 8 points. Thanks for hanging with me in South Texas, guys. Shout out Muddy, shout out Colonel Sanders for saying good morning, man. Oh my gosh, it was a crazy 48 hours driving down there, setting that up and coming back, but it's gonna be all worth it when we go back in December during the rut, and it's just gonna be buck wild, literally. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you on the next episode in the Great Outdoors.